Welcome to another DIY project with the Inglewood Public Library. Today, we are going to be making tie-dyed shirts with the natural dye that we made in our previous video. So for our supplies, we will need our natural dye, the old rusty iron pot, rubber bands, white t-shirts, water, and clothes hangers. Our first step is going to be folding the shirts. I will demonstrate two patterns here. This first one is a sort of spiral pattern. You want to twist the shirt up into a central little tube, and then affix the rubber bands in multiple locations along that twisted up shirt. I'm utilizing some newer rubber bands here, but if you are using older rubber bands, they may snap. Do not be surprised. It has happened to me many, many times. Finish that up. I will be using 3 rubber bands on this first design. There's our result. And here is our second shirt. I will be folding this shirt very precisely. It's okay if your shirts have wrinkles in them. That will just give more character once they are dyed. So I'm just folding this one up. And then I am putting the rubber bands on the shirt. I will only be using 2 rubber bands for this shirt. And there we go. Step 2, we'll be placing the shirts in our old rusty iron pot. And after doing that, we will cover them with our natural dye and some water. So for this project, I will be using all 3 bottles of natural dye that I cooked up in the last video. You can pour it straight into the pot. You can get it onto the shirts. It's okay. And then you want to make sure your shirts are about halfway covered in liquid. So I'm adding 4 cups of water. And there we go. placing the top on our pot here, you will notice that I leave a little crack open. So, now that we have our shirts and the dye in the pot, we will place that on the stove and set the stove to low. One of the secrets of natural dyeing is slow and low. So the low setting, and you will notice here that I am leaving a crack open on the pot lid to ventilate. And so you'll leave that on the stove for 1.5 hours, and your shirts will look a little something like this. So after our shirts have been dyed, we will need to give them a light rinsing to get off any extra dye particles that are flaked on. And we'll need to remove the rubber bands. You can save these rubber bands for later. I would say they usually last 2 to 3 projects before they snap. So you just want to give them a light rinsing. Give your shirts a light rinsing. The water does wash off a bit of the natural dye, but you need to get those last little particles off of the shirt, or else it'll have little spots on it. Just remove those rubber bands. Set them aside, as I said. And chances are your shirts will be looking a lot different than when you started. So taking my pot lid, I am going to finish up with the shirts outside. So a little bit more washing in the spigot outside. Make sure that all the little particles are off your shirts. Little flakes of natural dye will leave little flakes color. So just trying to wash all that out. And we will hang these up. So here are our results. This is the folded shirt. It turned out quite well. The twisted shirt had a couple issues, but I am still happy with the results. The avocado pit gives a sort of purplish gray color to the shirts. The twisting design will result in some circles on the shirt, and the folding design results in these lines that you see here. So, thank you for watching this short tutorial on natural dyeing. If you would like to share your results, please send a direct message to @InglewoodPL on Instagram for a chance to be featured. And as always, please visit library.cityofinglewood.org for more programming, events, online resources, and more.